Welcome back to a new video. So this is my workout from Saturday, and it was a very good one. The previous day on Friday, I tried to go to the actual gym and do some heavy snatches. I got up to 110 without missing, then went to 120, missed it twice, and it just felt off and felt slow and knew there just wasn't, I just didn't have a lot of energy. So I decided when I looked at the video after the 120 misses, I noticed that my right leg was collapsing in on the pull, which is an indication that the hip is just weak, as well as it probably trying to avoid the pain and discomfort that I was experiencing. Not really a ton, it is still getting better, but it is a good thing to be aware of. So I came into this session today saying, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna get strong. I'm just gonna force myself to do squats even if they hurt, and really just focus on how my legs track and just making sure that, as you saw there, I did a couple sets with a bar, a couple sets with 61 kilos, and I'm just doing reps here, really just focusing on, of course this is like the worst angle to see it, but just what my right leg's doing and making sure that it's tracking properly and just really thinking about where it's moving in space. And historically that's actually done pretty well. It's one of the reasons I like to go to the gym, to get that front angle, to see imbalances and stuff. And then when I'm training, I can kind of just think about what is going to be the tendency, especially when weights get heavy, when I'm starting to grind, that my leg in this case is going to want to move inwards a little bit to help avoid some of that pain. And it actually went really, like the squats went really well. You see here I was able to get up to 184. It was difficult, and I was able to also do this 200. This one wasn't the most comfortable lift. It didn't move terribly slow, but it wasn't terribly fast, and it felt like a million pounds. So then I dropped down after that 200 because I just kind of wanted to see where I was, but also just want to get a stronger squat, so you have to squat heavy. I dropped down all the way to 61 kilos just to get some more work in, and this is almost like rehab weight in the sense that it's light enough where I can move it exactly how I want it. There's not going to be any technical breakdown. There's not going to be any like discomfort. It's just fitness, I suppose, just bodybuilding. And I think I just did 3 sets of 10 with 60 kilos. Nothing obviously that's very difficult, but that's one of the nice things with this, you know, quote-unquote chunk volume, is that it's meant to be not difficult. It's meant to move fast, move fluidly, because at least I think it's still good. It's not, I don't really consider it chunk volume, because it's almost like rehab work in a sense, where you're just getting blood into the joints and you're not really stressing them out because the weight is so light. This is, I don't say it's not 50% of my body weight, but it's almost 50%, I guess, if I ate a 30-pound cheeseburger or something. But as you see here, just doing that last one, paused, and then I believe I ended, oh yeah, I did some pulls too, so I went very heavy in the deadlift. And so you'll see I actually started with 60 kilos just because I had it on the bar, but then just took some big jumps as normal, and went up to this 152, went up to 445. I guess I'm talking in pounds, but you can see the kilos on the screen as well if that is something that you work in exclusively. I seemingly go back and forth. Then went up to this 535. I was surprised that it moved well. I thought it might be a little bit grindy because I haven't went that heavy on the deadlift in a little bit. So then I took a jump up here to 605. The first one felt okay. I tried to do a second one, but as you see here, it just moved a little bit. I just was gassed. Broke it off the ground, which is nice, but I decided to drop down again, just like I did with squats, to do a set that's lighter. My back was getting a crazy pump, my low back, from these deadlifts, but it was a good pump. I haven't done a heavy deadlift or a hard deadlift workout in a very long time. I believe I just did a set of 5 here. In the back of my mind, I was thinking of like, I'll just do a set of 10, but that always destroys me, and I was getting such a pump from the pulls previous to that, that I decided just to, as I walk up the screen, we're just going to leave that in. You see me turn off the camera. I tend to, what was I going to say? Oh, I lost my train of thought, but I had a crazy big pack pump. When I did 5, I felt like it was enough. I could have pushed to do more, but deadlifts will obviously fatigue you, and I didn't want to have crazy DOMs the next day or be extremely fatigued. I ended up being fatigued for the next workout, but it is what it is. You see here, just doing some light pressing. I just worked up to like, I think the 60 kilos just to do some repetitions, and it was nothing that was too difficult, as you can see. Just wanted to get some blood flowing, and by this point I was pretty tired from the amount of squats I had done and the amount of deadlifts and pulling that I had done, so I just wanted to get some sort of upper body stuff in. And I suppose if I wanted to do this workout differently to focus on upper body, I would just do that first, but it's not really that big of a deal because it is just training, and squats and pulls are going to be more correlative to 1 rep max strength in the classic lifts than anything else. Drop down after the 60 kilos to just get some more high rep work with this 95 pounds, 43 kilos. Easy peasy. And then after this I did the bar again, so I just kind of waved up and down. It's one of the best ways to train, I think, because it just allows you to really just get a ton of volume in and just to be productive in what you're doing as far as time constraints, which thankfully in the summer I don't have too much of. I think I just did a set of 10 here, nothing that was too difficult, of course. But when you're getting like a pump everywhere, it definitely is what fatigued me. I thought about doing more than 10, but I was just, at the same time, I was just like, it just kind of, I don't say it hurts, but it's just, you get tired. Like your muscles get tired. But this was the last one here, so I don't know. I think I would benefit from having a session like this about once a week where I just really focus on the strength work. I don't know if I'll go that crazy on like deadlifts necessarily each time, but I think working hard on the squats will be a really good thing for me to really start to hammer. I'm kind of envisioning one other day of the week, so having like 2 squat focused days like this, where one I have like you saw here, back squats and deadlifts, and the other is front squats and maybe like snatch deadlifts, but we'll see. I gotta figure that out, how it works in the week and how it works with other exercises. But I was very happy with how it felt, and honestly, like a couple days after this, my hip actually didn't have any pain in a session, which tells me that it's getting stronger, which is nice because getting stronger is always better. But that's it for this one. I'll talk to you on the next video. Have a great day. Peace.